So there's a lot of people that are not going to be around 5 or 10 years from now because of how they are health-wise today. They're going to be dead, people we love and care about. So I'd like to intervene, at least offer something that could help them out. Maybe they'll be around longer than 5 or 10 years from now. I've lost people just in the past. Wasn't planning on talking about this, but my dad passed away 6 months ago, and he was I had a great dad. I was very lucky, man, because we don't get to pick our parents. You know, I got a great mom and a great dad. I got to keep my dad around longer because of this network marketing gig.
Okay.
I got him into the product. It helped him out. His doctor said, wow, you have no right to expect to be alive, much less doing as well as you're doing, as long as you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing. It's like, wow.
What a blessing.
Yeah. So I don't know how much longer I may have helped to extend his life by getting him into this, but he did just pass on 6 months ago. And we got started about 10 years ago. And he wasn't supposed to be around nearly this long. It was maybe 8 years ago is when we first heard from his doctor. He wasn't even supposed to be alive anymore. So, and I can't make any claims because the FDA could, go after me. So you guys can connect the dots on yourself. Just saying. So yeah, there's all kinds of people 5 to 10 years from now that you love and care about who are not going to be around. Same with me, same with all of us. And so some people are going to change and some people won't. But my dad was one of those that decided to introduce some new things to his life that really helped him out. It was a delicious chocolate shake, to be honest with you, a plant-based, raw, organic, free of GMOs, all that nonsense, a chocolate shake that he enjoyed drinking every day. And that helped, I believe it helped extend his life by a number of years. And I got to have my dad around that much longer because of it. It's just one example. There's others, but that's one I'll talk about now because my dad, he was a rock solid figure in my life, man. I mean, the earth feels like it's off its axis ever since he passed on, and I'm not sure if it's ever going to feel normal again. It's just, wow. Anyway, I'll move on to that now.
Well, I want to take a moment, and I would like to acknowledge the fact that you lost your dad 6 months ago, and that my heart is with you, and I am here with you. I meet you where you're at in your grief. Thank you for sharing the benefit of what a health change does. I need to hear that right now because I've been making changes in the last 3 or 4 days. When I say this, 15, almost 20 years ago now, I weighed almost 300 pounds. So I'd had a gastric bypass. So when it comes to health, I've done a lot of things, but when it comes to shakes and things like that, I'm really knowledgeable. So when I hear plant-based and yummy, you catch my attention. Because I love plant-based. But back to your dad and your grief. Well, first off, I want to tell you that I appreciate you. This is such a beautiful thing to hear about the experience that you were able to have with your dad and have him here for 8 years longer. Let's talk a little. We understand that what we put into our body is so important, but also I'm a very firm believer in Dr. Bruce Lipton and his work, and Dr. Greg Braden and his work, the scientists who talk about the belief of biology. What you believe and that type of thing has a direct correlation upon your body. And so the positive thoughts and those things definitely do help, I feel, because I've been through so much illness and so much stuff. And it was 3 years ago I walked away from Big Pharma. For me, I've got a big thing with it too. Okay, huge. And so when I'm hearing you, you're just touching my heart on so many levels right now. Because I have faced these decisions I faced death in my own life. I faced it for myself. I've faced it from the people. To know that my mental attitude has a lot to do with why I'm here right now. Yes, changing my diet is very important, what we put in our mouth, because you said your body is fuel that we're feeding. It's medicine. The food, use it as your medication, not medication itself, even though there is a place for medication. So your dad was able to stick around for 8 more years. Is it safe to consider that his mental attitude, given your awesomeness and your fabulous outlook, that his was also in check? And have you heard of Dr. Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton?
I haven't heard of them.
Okay.
But
The,
yeah, my dad's spirit, to answer your other question. I mean, he was a career naval officer, loves his country, proud of his service to this country, had a fighting spirit. So it wasn't just the yummy chocolate shake. He had the spirit too. It's a summation of everything. You know what I mean?
I love it.
It's never a monotherapy. Health doesn't work that way.
No, no. My body, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit, most definitely. And that is, grief is probably one of the hardest things. I think that was a pinnacle point for me when I had 2 years ago, three people, boom, boom, boom. My children's father passed away almost 2 years ago as well.
Sorry to hear that.
And so I'm sharing this with you right now because I want to really step into this space with you with grief. And I want you to know that when we bring these things up, that my heart fills your heart, and that I think everything that you're bringing forward right now with your experience with your dad is so important, because that's going to help a lot of people.
I hope so.
I know so. I like firming up those affirmations, man. I know so. It is done. It is taking it down. I take this something I heard you say on a video. You either got to have big cojones or big, what is it, ovaries?
I said big testicles, or for you ladies, big brass ovaries.
Big brass ovaries. That was pretty funny. You know what? I'm a girl, but I've got big cojones. And I grab this universe by the horns and say, okay, we're doing this thing. And so I am very blessed right now that you are here and that you have shared the experiences that you have.
Thanks.
You are quite a dynamic young man, I have to tell you. Let's see if anybody else have any other questions for you.